To check your audio, repeat after me. International Speech Contest 1, 2, 3 in louder and softer voice.
International Speech Contest 1, 2, 3. International Speech Contest 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Chief Judge, could you please confirm that the contestant is audible? Thank you. Contestant number 9, Saravana Prabhu. What are you holding on to? What are you holding on to, Saravana Prabhu?
It was a dark evening and I was in the middle of a large crowd waiting to cross the road. To step foot onto this exciting, endless, beautiful place in Chennai, the Central Railway Station. The air was filled with deafening noise, vehicles honking all around, people were shouting at each other to make space. But I thought to myself, this place is never going to change. As I was waiting there for the parking signal to turn green, my memory lane slowly took me back to the first day when I was there in the same place. It was 11 years ago. As a 22-year-old boy, I walked into the city all alone with a single backpack in my hand. The place was as crowded as today, but safeguarding my only backpack was my only goal until I reached the hotel. The signal had turned green. Everybody rushed through as herd of bulls, dragging me along, and I somehow reached to the other side of the road. I quickly rechecked all my belongings, held my backpack tight, and started walking towards the platform. All of a sudden, something hit on my face. I felt a raw, pungent smell. Something slimy all over my cheeks. My t-shirt colored red. What? A rotten tomato? With so much of anger and frustration, I was looking around to see who threw it at me. And there, at a distance, stood an elderly, frail woman. Even before I could utter a word, everybody around her started to scold her for doing this. But she was standing still, with a stern look on her face, but with an embarrassed heart. She knew her arrows had hit the wrong target. She had aimed at someone else, and I had stepped in between. I stood there, looking into her guilty eyes, and those guilty eyes reminded me of myself 11 years ago. Please shut up, Mom. I wish Dad was alive. I shouted. I stood still with a stern look on my face, but with an embarrassed heart. I knew I had hit the wrong target. I wanted to scold my uncle, but I don't know why I shouted at my mom. Have you ever hit the wrong target? Shouting at someone very close, only because you don't have guts to shout at the other person who was actually your target? I committed that mistake that day. And my mom was in complete shock. She never expected her ever-sweet son to shout like that. Unable to handle the situation, I quickly ran back to my room. And all the bad memories about my uncle started to rush into my mind. I remember the first time he took me to a salon. As a kid, I always wanted to have a long hair and toss it over like Rajinikanth. But when my uncle enters, he winks at the barber, finish. I step out of the salon like the real Rajinikanth, almost bald. I remember the second time he took me to shopping. Looking at a WWE t-shirt, I got excited. I am John Cena, you can see me. Uncle entered, pulled the t-shirt, threw it away, and handed me a plain white shirt. Asked me to try it. Only in the trial room, I realized it was an extra shirt. I almost peeped out of the shirt from the trial room, and the shopkeeper went, "Hey John Cena, we really can't see you." I lost my hairstyle. I lost my style. And now my life is at stake. My uncle wants me to go to a city for the first time all alone, and he wants me to pick up a job that I never liked. Who is he to decide? I shouted. I quickly recollected the face of my mom. She must be upset. I have to console her. From the room I walked out and noticed she was cleaning the kitchen. I know she was upset. To make her mood lighten, I quickly quipped to her, "Mom, you want me to go to Chennai all alone? What if someone kidnaps me and asks you for ransom?" For which she started to laugh. And she was like, "Saravana, won't they return you for these tomato baskets?" "Ma, I'm serious." And then she laughed and said, "Okay, fine. Saravana, life has never been same. ever since your dad passed away. But if not for my brother, that is your uncle, our life wouldn't have been this well. It was tough. Huge debt on my shoulders and your education online. Life was tough, Sarana. And your uncle decided to stay next to us. And he decided to stand for our family. Now I know you're upset because you're holding all the old negative memories about your uncle. Sarana, as she was cutting the tomatoes in her kitchen, she quickly picked 2 tomatoes and said, memories are like these tomatoes. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's rotten. The longer you hold to a rotten tomato, it will soon rot all others. Just throw away the rotten tomato, she said. That made me realize I have been holding myself with a lot of rotten tomatoes within me. Dear friends, it's been 11 years since I came to the city, and the city has given me both sweet memories and rotten memories. But I chose to cling on to the sweeter ones. And for all those who are working in IT, trust me, it's not as scary as I imagined. To all the friends out here, are you someone who's holding to that rotten memory of humiliation? Are you someone who is holding to the rotten memory of betrayal? Or are you someone who is holding on to the memory of heartbreak? Then, what is possible?
Let us now